Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second of our series of interviews. And this week, we have got the UK's top funfair vlogger with the biggest
wow.
channel. I know.
That's quite an intro, man.
Is that a big up or what?
That is a big, that's pressure right there.
Getting better. It's getting better. With over 10,000 subscribers and commonly known as the most knowledgeable and best vlogger of fun fairs across the UK. It's the one and only Mr. Dave Stratton from Slothy Vlogs. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Craig. Hey, guys. How you all doing?
How's about that for an intro, eh?
Yeah, that is brilliant, mate. I can't ask for much more than that. That was,
that's just as well because it's all downhill from there.
I know, mate. And about the knowledge thing, all my knowledge comes from Mr. Martin Cooper. So I don't actually know a lot, but Martin's your man for that. To be fair, between all of us, I think we're pretty good, aren't we? We got the fairground scene covered. Me, Martin, and Si, we're a good trio, mate. Obviously, I've got the looks. Martin's got the knowledge, and
Si's got the height.
Well, he's shorter than me, so I don't know what Si brings. We're about the same height.
His loo review.
Yeah, he brings the loo reviews, didn't he? So
yeah, everybody loves the loo review.
That's it, mate. That's a good feature. That is a good feature. And that wasn't even my idea. That was one of the fans' idea. So awesome. I can't take credit for that.
So first of all, how are you, mate?
I'm very well, mate. I am currently self-isolating. I think we all are, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm about 2.5 weeks into my personal isolation, and it's driving me mad, to be honest. I'm just trying to keep a little bit sane.
Yeah, sane's overrated, I find.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a difficult time for bloggers, and especially like yourself and us that blog like theme parks and public places. Yeah. Because it's trying to keep the channel ticking over because it's really difficult.
That's the trouble. It's like, what's the alternative? Just let it die. It's hard, isn't it?
Well, that's it. It's your alternative is you leave months and months with no content. But then on the other side, you're constantly still trying to find stuff that's different from other channels because you know other channels are just going to fill up most stuff. So
that's the thing with this channel. I mean, I've got a terabyte hard drive full of POVs and stuff and old content, but I don't want to recycle that. I like to make stuff new. And I know like other channels do post POVs and that does keep the channel ticking over, but I want it to be a little bit more, think outside of the box a little bit more. So obviously live streaming is something we've started, which is it's gone all right. We've had a few trolls, but apart from that, it's gone pretty well.
Yeah, of course, I say we've watched your live streams, and you just started doing them. You do really well because I don't think the general people who watch them and haven't done them realize how hard they are to do. They're not just sitting in front of a camera, are they?
Craig, mate. I mean, I know I've watched you a few times, and you make it look quite easy. So if I loaded my phone up, I didn't have any idea what I was doing. I literally thought, right, let's click live, let's go, see how it goes. And it's a lot harder than it looks. It really is because you're judged there and then. There's no, with editing, you can edit out anything you do wrong, but with live, you're literally there's nowhere to hide, is there? It's
absolutely, and especially for you because your average person will do a live stream and at maximum you're looking at 10, 20, possibly 30 people in the chat.
Yep.
Yours is regularly getting 150 plus.
I know, it's scary.
And to follow that chat and try and talk to people, and in your case, try and do a quiz and everything, it's just, I don't think people really take in how hard that is. And like I say, you're always going to get people who, they want your full attention.
Yeah, of course.
And they can't get it, and especially with 150 people there. So it's trying to deal with those people. But I think you've done really well, to be honest.
I appreciate that, dude. And I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to do a few more. I mean, I've done 3 within a week, so I want to leave it a little bit. I don't want to just, do it for the sake of it. I'll probably check in every maybe once a week or something like that, just to see how people are. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It took my mind off everything for an hour or so. And,
well, the quiz was really good. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. You had a few people who moaned, but you're always going to get that. But I think
Yeah, it's difficult when people come in late to a quiz because you explain the rules at the time the quiz starts, and for the people who's been there from the start, you can't really just keep going over the rules. It gets quite annoying. So,
well, it's like I said to you after, the one or two people who were late and were moaning, and for the one absolute knobhead who thought it'd be a good idea to moan and thumb down videos just because he didn't get his way. There was like
how
150 people who had a really, really good couple of hours and took their mind off the situation.
That's all I wanted to do, really. Just for myself and obviously people. And someone sent into the page their workings out paper after, and I thought, it's so cool. It's people actually sat there with pen and paper, jotted down the answers. It's just something really unique and cool. Obviously, we stole the idea from Theme Park Worldwide, completely ripped their idea off. But hey, why not? It wasn't it wasn't a theme park quiz. It was a funfair quiz, so a little bit different.
I think the more people that do it yourselves, Theme Park Worldwide. I know Matt at Hang Time is doing one
exactly
every night, and I think it's good. I think it takes people away from being stuck in the house.
It does, and that's all I wanted to do. And like you said, the majority enjoyed it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, like
I won't rush to do another one.
I won't tell you the score that I got, but
was it good? No,
no, it was terrible.
What was it?
I'm not saying. Let's just say it was embarrassing.
Looking at the because I didn't actually write the questions. A friend of mine, Mark from Nationwide Amusements, he done the questions for me because he's much more knowledgeable. Skimming over them, I think I would have got about 5 out of 25. So I'm supposed to be the guru, aren't I?
Well, that's it.
You big me up to be.
We're supposed to be the enthusiasts. Like I did one of Matt's. I did one of Matt's the other night, and I got beat by my 7-year-old son. So.
Oh God.
I know, but the good thing about that was Ethan came last, so that was.
Oh, that's even better. I think people our age, though, our memories aren't what they used to be, are they? So.
Nah, we're getting on there.
We are getting on, mate. We are.
So, Slothy Vlogs, the channel.
Oh, the channel. God.
Let's get on to that bad boy.
I think we're about 3 years in, I think. The actual channel was made in 2011, I think. So,
yeah, I was just looking at it. In 2011 it started, and it's kind of evolved, hasn't it? Because originally it kind of, did it not start as just you and the kids kind of thing?
Well, should we go way back? You ready for this?
Go back to the
story
start.
time. Story time with
everybody get a drink and wrap up with a blanket.
It's a long old one. I'll try and make it short. Basically, the channel was, in fact, Bailey's YouTube channel back in the day. He used to do stupid videos like bottle flip videos, challenges. Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Bottle flipping, yeah. He used to, and fidget spinners. He used to do stuff like that. And those videos are still on the channel, believe it or not. I haven't deleted any old video because that's the origins. That's the origins, mate.
216 views for a bottle flip montage.
They were so bad, aren't they? I think the first ever one was Scotty the Clown at Polton's Park when Bailey was on stage.
It is 7 years ago, that one.
Is it filmed vertical or I can't remember? But
yeah, it's in it's in portrait on an iPhone or a
portrait on an iPhone. Bloody hell! But that's the thing. That's the origins, because a lot of people will delete cringy videos, don't they, or older videos? But no, man, I wanted to leave it in there. Why not? It's the origins, isn't it?
And that's what we did. Like, I mean, because of not being able to go out, we actually went back and watched our first videos, and it's shocking. It really is.
I can't watch even these vlogs from 2 years ago when when the cameras didn't have stabilization. It's like it gives me motion sickness watching the vlogs. It's so shaky.
It is.
But yeah, so Bailey started that. Then we obviously, everyone knows. Well, if you don't know, Polton's Park is our local theme park. It's about 15 minutes away, and we've always had season passes for that place. And obviously, Bailey, being his age, wanted to vlog because vlogging was the in thing.
Yeah.
It was the in thing, what, 2 or 3 years ago. That was the big thing. Everyone started doing it. Obviously, we all know who started it, Sean. And as you mentioned in your podcast of Connor, I think everybody kind of evolved from Sean.
I think so.
He's the,
one way or another. He's like the catalyst for everybody.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? It was definitely unheard of before Sean. I know there used to be obviously channels that did POVs and stuff. But Sean is the ultimate vlogger, isn't he?
I think looking, like, I mean, from our point of view, when we started, I think the 2 or 3 channels that started us was definitely Sean,
Yeah.
Andy's channel, Coaster Crazy, was another one.
Yeah, that wasn't far behind, was it?
No, and we kind of picked that up through Sean.
Yeah.
And then there was Pleasure Beach Experience.
Yeah.
And really, it was those 3 channels that I think started most people.
All fantastic channels, by the way. I'll just say that now. We take the piss out of Sean quite often, actually. You do as well, Craig. But
yeah, I think that's the beauty of Sean. He plays along with a lot of it. I think he plays up to a lot of it as well. You know Sean as well as I do, and
yeah, I know him in person. Yeah,
he is a genuinely nice, good person, and he knows that. He knows that he's a walking meme at times.
Yeah, he can take the piss out of himself, can't he? Which is
that's what I love about him.
And putting yourself on the internet, you need a thick skin, and you need to be able to do that. You need to,
Oh, without a doubt. We learnt that early. I know Connor's just gone through that. I know you've gone through that yourself.
Oh yeah.
You know, you have to.
Definitely.
But talking about channels like that, your channel's now in that bracket as well. The inspiring people to go out.
I know.
And vlog the fairs, because if you look at some of the channels now, you've got like Trips with Dave and
Trips with who? Dave.
Trips with
Daz.
See, I'm terrible.
Yeah. Oh, Trips with Dave. I like that one.
Trips with Dave. That's you.
Second channel.
But these channels have quite clearly took your channel as the inspiration and tried to go on. And
they're doing it justice as well, man. They're doing really good stuff for the industry. Absolutely.
I think so. I think some seem to have gone their own way with it. Others have gone. This is just my personal opinion. Have gone too close to how you do it. It's kind of like they've tried to carbon copy the original when.
That's the trouble, isn't it? I mean, channels taking inspiration is a wonderful thing, and I love how channels have taken inspiration from us. Of course, I do. But when I don't know, I wouldn't say copy. It's difficult because there's only a certain way people can actually vlog, isn't there? I know, especially fairs, because
I think they've done it with Sean as well.
Yeah, so many of Sean's. Yeah,
I kind of get what you're saying, that when you go to a fair, there's only so many ways you can vlog a fair, because obviously we're going to be similar. But I think there's channels that have taken the lead from you, literally, where they start the video the same. You know, I think the coffee intro and all that, and I must say, I've got to shout it out now. Your no toilet roll intro the other day was absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I always try and start off on a good note. You know, if you can get people hooked from the beginning, then that's always good. You need that first section to be spot on. Otherwise, they'll just switch off.
But that's the bit that a lot of them have tried to copy, and it's like, well,
it's our humour, isn't it?
Yeah. You know, you can't copy what somebody just does naturally.
But I don't know where the coffee intro come from. You know, old Zach, rest in peace, late friend of ours. He used to bang on about the coffee intros all the time. He's obsessed. It's like,
they're really good, though.
Do a coffee intro, but like, you don't want to do it every video. You got to like space it out a little bit. But
I don't know. It becomes your thing. It becomes almost like your trademark. It's like 2 tokens.
Yeah, that's another thing we'll get onto later.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm getting off track here, Craig. This always happens, doesn't it?
This is our podcast. I need to go. Welcome.
We need to go. Where were we? Yeah. Way back.
You was about to tell us a story about Portons Park.
Portons Park. That's right. When we used to go regularly with season passes, Bailey started vlogging. He had like a green iPhone 5C, I think it was. Remember those little plasticky iPhones?
Yeah.
The quality was absolutely dog shit. Excuse my language. But he started vlogging because it was the in thing to do, and nobody would watch because he was like 9 years old, and nobody takes 9-year-old vloggers seriously, do they? So
or 48-year-old ones.
No, true. I haven't had it much easier myself, but I can't remember how it come about. He said, "Should we do it as a family or you do it?" Because I've always liked the camera, and even in Bailey's early vlogs, my missus always says to me, "You're always there getting your face up in it." So I've always been quite keen of the camera when he was vlogging, like get me face in it. I said, "I'll have a go. I don't mind." And kind of done a couple Portons Park vlogs, and they weren't great, but you know, it was nice.
Yeah.
And then I thought, right, let's evolve this. Let's do, because obviously daily vlogging was a thing as well then. And my favourite YouTuber, my absolute hero inspiration is Casey Neistat, which is obviously, if you look at a lot of my editing and style, you can see a lot of it, even down to the music's very similar.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, let's start a proper daily vlog. Let's vlog our Tesco trip. Let's vlog. They're still on there. They were awful. But so I think I've done like, it turned from daily vlogging to just the weekends, because our Monday to Friday are so mundane and boring. It's just literally work, home, dinner, bedtime. You know, we don't live in New York City like Casey Neistat, so we haven't really got a great environment to vlog. So I was just vlogging my trip to work and back, and that's it really. So we just said, right, we normally do things on a weekend.
Yeah.
So let's do like a weekend vlog. I've done about 2 of them and give up. And then obviously I've known Simon for many, many years. Met him. I used to work with Simon.
Yeah.
And he's always been a fair guy. And he used to call me a theme park fanny, because I was always a theme park guy. I never liked fairs. Well, I never went to fairs really. And I was speaking to Si once, and he said, there's this fun fair coming down to Southampton. It's £1 a ride.
Yeah.
Do you want to pop along with me? Nothing to lose. Won't cost you much. I thought, oh, fair though. And he's like, yeah, they've got some good rides there. They've got like a little roller coaster and stuff. I was like, oh, I'll come and give it a go, you know.
Was that the Southampton?
Yeah, the Southampton Easter Common Fair. I think it was 2017.
April 13th, 2017.
2017, yeah, that was the first fair vlog on the channel, and the rest is history really after that. I absolutely fell in love. And like you guys, when you went to the fair recently, because you're now pretty much fun fair vloggers, aren't you? You're loving it, Craig, aren't you? You're loving it.
I'll be honest with you. From personally, I find vlogging a lot easier at fun fairs. I feel a lot more comfortable. I don't particularly. That's where I think you're very lucky, because clearly very comfortable in the camera. I'm the opposite. I'm comfortable behind.
Awkward.
But I do find it a lot easier at fun fairs, because I don't feel half as self-conscious, which is strange, really. But at theme parks, I always feel not necessarily not welcome, but awkward. It's a hard one to explain.
Well, fun fairs, they actually appreciate you being there, and they want you to be there, and they want you to spend money. Once you've paid your entrance fee at a theme park, they don't give a shit, do they, really?
Well, I think that's it. I think they appreciate that you're there to promote their business.
Yeah, they really do. They love it. They love the camera. Most of them do. I've had a few issues, but some people don't like it. But the majority do really like it, and it's free promotion for them.
That's it.
And that's all good. The fairs get a bad light. There's there's a lot of stuff going around about fun fairs, and we paint them in a positive picture, which is good.
The thing that I've noticed about fun fairs is, like you just said, I think there's a stigma about.
There is, yeah.
From many, many years ago, about the travellers, gypsies, they're all thieves, they're all do this. And when you actually take the trouble and go to these fairs and get to know the showman, they couldn't be further from that.
They're just businessmen, aren't they, trying to make a living? That's all they are.
Businessmen. They're totally genuine.
Yeah.
They're easy to speak to. They're welcoming, and they really care. And what's more is they care that you have a good time.
Yeah, definitely. It's all about you. They want you to have the best time ever. They want you to come back, because one bad experience and you won't come back. And word of mouth is really good as well with these local fairs, especially like the family village fairs. If a family go down, have a good time,
absolutely,
she'll tell her friend. Her friend will then take her kids along, and it's all word of mouth. And they want you to have a positive experience, and that's how they treat you really well.
We went to the one at Didcot with Connor and at Ledley Fair.
That's Hatwells, isn't it? Such a lovely family, Hatwells.
Absolutely fantastic. The people there, fantastic. They wouldn't let us pay to go on the rides.
No, they don't.
We offered to pay, and they went, no, you're not paying. And
even to this day, like, I know a lot of them personally as friends now, and I'll still always offer.
Yeah,
and they're like, no, you're doing that for us. But I feel guilty, don't you? Sometimes not paying because, especially now, because they're not making anything.
You know, and like I say, we must have been at that fair for 2.5, 3 hours, and probably 45 minutes of it was taken up riding rides. The rest of it was stood talking to these guys.
That's what I need to dedicate. When I go to a fair, Craig, I need to dedicate literally a whole day because, like you said, it's all talking, really.
Yeah, but they're so knowledgeable about everything, and they're so family orientated, and it's been an absolute eye opener for me, and that's why I am enjoying fairs a lot more. Because
if you're willing to give them the time and speak to them, they will chew your ear off with not facts about the fair, about the family history, about the ride. They will talk for hours and hours because they love it, don't they? They love sharing everything with you. It's
and
like
they are brilliant, genuine people, and I cannot speak highly enough of these people. And my heart at the moment goes out to them because they seem to be getting it from sides at the moment, with having to be closed because of the virus, potential of their tax being put on the red diesel.
Yeah, the red diesel tax. The weather's been shit.
Yeah, no, they seem to be getting it from sides, and yet
just can't catch a break, can they?
No, and yet then you go on somebody like Charles Deacon's Facebook, and he's still on there having a laugh and joke.
Are you friends with him? Did you see his
I am
his live videos?
I did when he forgot he had to pick his wife up from work. It was absolutely hilarious.
Man, they put my lives to shame. They're brilliant. He's so funny.
Oh, he is.
He's a naturally funny bloke. And Charles Deacon, is absolutely genuine.
Absolutely.
He's one of the nicest people I've ever met. Not just on the fairs, but in life. He's awesome.
He just is really good. Like, I mean, we met him down at, thanks to you more than anything. We met him down at Swindon, and he was brilliant. And like I say, I can't speak highly enough about them. But it would appear then for Slothy Vlogs that you took the natural progression that a lot of the fair vloggers seem to take, of starting out at theme parks and then kind of transition.
Yeah, it was Polton's Park. Then we tried to transition into like family vlogs. I did like the old Christmas Day opening presents videos. Do you remember them? We still got one on the channel actually.
I think everybody's done them. You know,
it's actually
through now you've got vlogs at coffee cafes, flip out vlog.
Yeah. Actually, I've done a few flip out ones as well. There again, if you are interested and you don't mind a bit of cringy content, they're all on there for you to see. There's about 370 videos on the channel, I think, and all the early ones are there. They are bad, so please expect that. But they're there for you to have a look at and see what we used to be.
I don't like it when channels delete their old stuff.
No.
Because I want ours on there. I like looking at ours because I like to see if we've improved any.
Yeah.
But the channel seems to have gone from strength to strength. The minute you hit fairs, it's almost like you hit your stride.
That was it. When I saw those views coming from that first fair, I couldn't believe it. Then I thought, this is popular. We'll do a couple more. And then obviously the channel started growing, and my love just grew really for fairs. It's definitely not, I'm going to vlog fun fairs because I like the views. It's never been about that.
No.
It's always been about the love for fairs. Actually, I think that comes through on the videos. A lot of people always say.
It definitely comes through on your videos.
But that's one I would recommend watching. There's that first Southampton Common 2017, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My first ever booster I did on that video, which I was absolutely shitting myself.
Oh, we're getting onto the high rides in a bit, mate.
Oh God, mate! See where this is going.
Yeah.
I think the first ever extreme fun fair ride was the Superstar, which is obviously my favourite. I always say that. That was my first real thrill ride. John Walls, that's on that vlog. It was Oxygen Booster. Ghost Train. Ghost Train was there. Ross Larby's my favourite Ghost Train. So a lot of my favourite rides were at this fair, and that's obviously because it was my first fair, and they're all local to me. My local machines, my local showman. So I like to support my local fairs. Something we've always done. I get a lot of stick for not heading away up the country, but it's bloody expensive traveling.
It was. See, but that's something else we're going to get onto. The cost of doing this.
I'm regularly told I only vlog Coles fairs, which is my local. But if you look at the miles covered on the channel, if you look at some of the vlogs, some of the places we've been, they're all some of them are good 2 hours away from us in different directions.
See, but that for me is one of the beauties of fun fairs: the fact that you don't have to travel.
They come to you. That's it.
Come to you. Look, I mean, like you just said, even if you don't travel like more than a 20-mile radius, like you just said, you got 360 videos, and they're all of different flares, different fairs,
all different machines.
And so it shows that you don't have to do like when we did last year doing the theme parks. You find yourself doing thousands of miles up and down the country, across Europe and everywhere.
And nothing changes year on year. It's all the same, really, isn't it?
Yeah, these guys will bring it to your doorstep.
And often have different machines with them as well, so new experiences. That's right. Is that exactly right?
And at half the price.
Yeah. If you look out for a pound night or something, or a wristband fair, which is unbelievable value. Some of them are like $7.99 for 4 hours.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable value, that is.
We did the Peterborough Fair a couple of weeks ago, and I think it was £1.50 a ride, and the ride line up there was absolutely amazing.
And it might just be me, but you get about 5-minute cycles on most of them, which is incredible.
You do. Look, I mean, I think we had a 7-minute cycle on the waltz.
Oh man, 7 minutes! I would be dead.
It was brilliant, mate. I love the waltz.
Oh God, no way, man.
But I think what does come across in your videos is how much affection you have for the fun fairs, and I think that's part of what makes your videos different from some of the ones. You can clearly see that there are some channels that they've cottoned on to people getting views for fun fairs, and they're just going there for the sake of getting views, and their hearts aren't really in it.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
But you can see with you guys, you've actually got an affection for fun fairs, and that definitely comes across in the videos and makes them that much more.
Well, I'm definitely someone who wears my heart on their sleeve, and you probably know that by the way I am. I'm a very enthusiastic person. I think I showed my love through the videos. I'm not robotic at all. I'm very much natural, and if you've met me in real life, you'll know that's how I am in real life as well. So
you can see that in the videos. But
even like talking now between us, Craig, you know, it's very similar. Very.
But that's why we don't write anything down for these.
No.
The worst thing you get to see for me is reading off a piece of paper and being
scripting like a few channels do.
Yeah, I just kind of turn the mic on and say, okay, we're going to talk for an hour, and the mic is absolute crap.
When we go to the fair, when I'll go with guests, even like Connor will probably be able to tell you this, and everyone else I've ever vlogged with, Andy, I don't give no warning the camera's going on, literally. I don't even know when the camera's going on. I walk in and I just press on, then away we go, and then I was pointing it straight in someone's face. There is no prep, nothing goes into it. It's on button, shove it in your face. Hi, how are you?
But I think that's what makes it great, because it's natural, it's organic, it's
all natural.
sterile.
Yeah. It's the only way to be, isn't it?
Well, it's one of the things that we've found a big difference between theme park vlogging and fun fair vlogging. That theme park vlogging can be slightly sterile because of the environment you're in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Fun fairs, you can just go and do what you want, really.
Yeah, you can. I mean, it still gets a bit awkward occasionally when people are looking at you, but you kind of have to forget about it. You just kind of have to zone out and focus on the lens. You know what I mean? Always stare into the camera lens, because then that's the only thing you're looking at. Don't worry about what's around you. Just talk to that lens, because you know that's your real audience. That's the fans. That's the people who watch. So just stare at that. Just remember who you're talking to. Try and blank everything else out. I mean, it's not easy. It's not for everyone.
It really is.
I know a lot of people struggle, but
so that's why I stick the kids in front of the camera.
They're natural, aren't they? Kids are really good. Anyway, Libby's absolutely fantastic.
Yes,
in front of the camera.
She does brighten up your vlogs.
She's brilliant, mate. She's brilliant.
Hilarious.
If ever I'm having a bad vlog, I'll just shove her in front of it and she'll save it. I'm like, right, this vlog's not going to plan. Libby, come here, do a TikTok dance.
But ironically, the other thing that fairs has allowed us to do is I never used to go in front of the camera at theme parks, because, you know, I don't really have the best vlog voice, because I do have a bit of a potty mouth at times. as you probably saw on that Sizzler ride.
Yes, that one where you got your ribs got absolutely
they're still
death.
knackered as well. They're still red.
That's why you got to ride them alone, no kids.
But that's the beauty of the fun fairs now, that I can go there and just talk normally and have a laugh.
Yeah, you can open up. You swear if you have to swear. Why not?
It definitely shows on the vlogs, and a lot of that has come from yourself and Connor, to be brutally honest.
That's awesome. That's really good to hear.
But
I think the difference in your Leeds Valentine's vlog, what was the one you did after? Was that the
That was the one at Crewe.
One with the superstar ride.
Yeah,
there's such a big difference in quality of those vlogs, if you don't mind me saying.
Oh, absolutely. The Leeds one was so sterile. And,
it was, yeah.
And lifeless and feelingless. It was like...
It felt like a theme park, didn't it? It felt like a theme park vlog, but it was at a fair, and
but that's
I felt that one a little odd. And then that Crewe one, is it power?
Oh, Jesus, don't go up. Yeah, that's it now.
That, for me, is your best vlog. I mean, they've all been getting better, but that was you taking the piss out of the kids. That's right up my street, that is.
They still say it, though, that's it. But power.
Power, hashtag knobs. Brilliant. I still, when you're live now, I still comment, do I? Power. Something that's stuck. And that's kind of like the two tokens, really. It's just kind of stuck.
But that's the ironic thing. That one is us, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That vlog is us. That's how we are.
You all just took the piss out of each other, which is fantastic.
The other vlogs, the sterile ones, is us being not ourselves. And it really showed up on that one. So that's another.
And since Crewe, they've all been the same, haven't they? They've all been the same kind of style.
Yeah, we're just going to get the piss out of each other. And like, we got, let's face it, I got
Alex in the funhouse.
I love that. That is the best thing ever. Trying to
he's a big lad as well, isn't he? He's tall.
He's 6'3".
I don't know how he got in there. I can't even get in there, and I'm a midget.
I'm not kidding you. Every fun house from now on, he's going in there. Whether
you got to send him in, mate. That's your thing now.
That's his thing. He goes on the high rides and the fun houses.
That's brilliant. You got to get Ethan on the waltzer though. You can't let him get away with that one.
He went on the one at Ridley.
Yeah.
Dancers. Yeah, he said he liked it.
He liked it?
Yeah, he said he did.
He's already showing Connor up, isn't he?
Poor old Connor.
Poor old Connor. He gets a hard time, did he? But
he does. He's a good lad. He's old.
If he's going to hang around with us, you need to learn to take it.
You got a thick skin, I'm afraid.
That's it, mate. Me and you, I think we're quite similar in that sense. We like to take the mick out of people.
Absolutely, because it's just fun.
It's one of the things with the vlogs, isn't it? Between me and Si, the banter is unreal. Some of the things we say.
Absolutely. I was going to get onto what a big part of the vlogs, the relationship between you and Si is.
Oh, he's a massive part of it. I mean, I owe everything to him really, because he's the one who introduced me to fun fairs.
But the way you bounce off each other, and like, I mean, sometimes some of just the faces and the things he pulls in the camera, you just spin it round on him. It's hilarious. But
it's just, he goes, then no warning. I just do it, and he just makes faces. He knows that he's got to be aware that I'm just going to shove that camera in his face anytime.
Absolutely. But that goes back to the organic side of it, and that's why it is good just to do that, because if you tried to set that up, it just would not work.
It wouldn't work, would it? And I know a lot of people like to do vlogs in twos now, because you do need someone to bounce off. It's very hard to vlog on your own.
Yeah.
And like you said about Trips with Dads, he's now got a sidekick, as we call it, Alistair. And obviously Connor has Neil now. I think you do need at least two people to bounce off each other.
I think
because banter one way doesn't work, does it?
You're absolutely right. Like, I mean, I noticed the difference when we were vlogging last year, when Alex was vlogging with us and when he wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I can get away with taking the piss out of Alex in certain ways that I can't with the other two.
Yeah.
So, in many respects, it's massively noticeable.
It is.
But Simon is, you and Simon together are probably the best double act
since Ant and Deck.
Because it just works.
Again, that's natural friendship, isn't it?
Yeah, it just works.
That's years and years of friendship. And obviously, he takes the piss out of my lady shoes, as he calls them. They're not. They're just normal men's flip flops. But he's a man's man, Si, isn't he?
He's funny.
And I'm like the lady of the relationship. He's the man. I'm the lady. So
yeah, you said it, not me.
But no, he's brilliant, and he's taught me so much. And
Yeah.
You'll never meet another guy who can ride like he can.
Pardon?
He can ride all day, all night. I've never seen him turn white. I've never seen him remotely feel ill. He's a machine, a bit like Cooper.
Cooper's funny as well.
Cooper's an absolute legend as well. Again, I owe so much to Martin because when we first started, he was a big fan and watched us. Then I met him, and he reached out to all his friends. Martin, probably the most known bloke in the community.
Yeah.
And he reached out to Showman. He reached out to every one of his contacts, and like, oh, this Slothy Vlogs guy, really good. So he really promoted us back in the early days when we were starting, and he got us noticed by a lot of showmen. So I owe so much to Martin, so much to Simon.
It's
I
like
know I'm the man on the front, but
it's like
they
group,
deserve credit.
Isn't it? It's like a team.
It is very much a team effort, a joint effort. I know I'm the guy who vlogs and edits and everything, but I couldn't do it without anyone else. It's definitely not just me.
Yeah. So
you
started off in Southampton.
Yeah.
And to be fair, the channel just exploded.
It did. That first year.
Yeah, I'm just flicking through the videos now and looking at the channel just absolutely exploded from
view counts are quite impressive, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're hitting like 40,000 plus views on videos, literally less than a year after starting.
That's crazy. It's just numbers, but when you actually stop and think of how much that is, it is crazy.
The way I always try and compare it is if you had a room, put 40,000 people in it.
Oh no.
You're talking about half a Wembley Stadium.
That's scary.
And it puts it in perspective, I think.
It does. It really does. And I still remember walking out of that fun fair in Southampton in 2017. I checked my sub count, and as we were walking out the gate, we just hit 200 subs.
Wow.
I still remember the evening we hit 100 subs, and I think that was before the fun fairs. So we were just doing bottle flips and little family vlogs like that. And I had the old live sub count on, and we hit 100, and I was literally jumping on the sofa. I was like, I cannot believe we've hit 100 subs on YouTube. It's incredible because before that, I think I had a little gaming channel that never really took off. I used to Twitch stream video games. I've always been very creative, and I've always tried to do stuff. I did have a podcast years and years ago, a video gaming podcast with some friends. We used to talk about retro video games because I'm into that as well. We've done that for about a year, but that never really took off because that was a YouTube-based podcast, and listening to podcasts on YouTube is not ideal, is it? It's not great. It's best to do it like you can put it on your phone.
How well do you know your videos?
How well? Oh, bloody hell!
Without cheating and looking.
I don't know. I've got 300 odd.
If I was going to put
you, test me.
I'm going to put you on the spot now. Which video do you think has the most views on your channel?
Is it? I know it's not a fun fair. What fun fair video? I know it's
video.
Not. I know it's the GoPro one, isn't it? The water test video.
Oh well done.
That has
183,000 views.
I worry those views are for the wrong reason though, because it's the kids are playing with it in the bath, which I'm wondering who's watching that video, but I'm not removing it because they're all fully. They're not uncovered or anything. There's nothing. Yeah.
And then you got the fun fair build up, which we've watched twice before.
100,000 nearly? Is it 98,000?
98,000 Winchester, and that's an absolutely fantastic video.
I wanted to do more, but it's so difficult because most fairs build up like they either pull on late at night or they either build up during the day. And obviously, I work all day, so it's very hard to get places for a build up.
No, if there's one video that we've watched more than once, it's that one. I don't know about yourself, but we absolutely love watching the fun fair build-ups and the pull downs.
Yes, I love seeing all that as well, and I'd love to do more. It's just timing, which is always.
I don't know whether this means we're now addicted to it, but we did sit for an hour the other night watching just the trucks pull off for the whole fair from last year.
You're definitely a fair enthusiast if you like that, because it's fascinating, isn't it?
They are very infectious.
Loving to see like a little Lego set, how it all goes into the back of these lorries and folds up. It's incredible.
Oh, they're absolutely amazing.
But that build-up videos, that's just Charles Cole's fair, and do you see the way we were just walking it around the ghost train when it was unfolding? Because we know them all so well. We're literally just there walking around inside as they're folding it all out and stuff.
Yeah,
and we're literally watching them bang the screws in on the waltzer and talking to them.
When we've been talking to the showmen and we've been asking them how long they take to build up, and it's absolutely amazing some of the rides that they can put up in like an hour.
Like a Miami just folds
like
out,
a Miami or a freak out takes an hour to build up.
Those old waltzers, mate. Every board has to be laid down.
With the pin in between.
Yeah, waltzers they're like one of the biggest things I've seen build up.
I love the waltzers. Although the new ones, I'm told, I was speaking to a guy at the Liverpool, the Christmas fair, and he said the new ones, they literally just fold out.
That's the fair trade models, isn't it? Yeah, they just fold out. Yeah.
But I'll be honest, and this is just my personal opinion, I prefer the old wooden floor ones.
Oh yes, absolutely. Old Maxwell waltzer, you can't beat them. They obviously they have so much character, and there's like a story behind it. There's so much they lived, aren't they? They're they've obviously been passed down from generation to generation, and some of them are old. Like the Atmosphere Crater, something like 1950. It was built 1953, something like that.
And then you look at that, and it looks the most modern ride around.
It does, and all the artworks, like a lot of them are hand painted. And these new fair trades, give them their due. They're really quick. They do the job. They're quick. They're easy to build, which is perfect for a modern showman and a modern fair. But they lack character, don't they? They all look very similar.
Yeah. I was going to say they don't have the character of the old rides.
They don't. They have the speed. Some of them are really good, really fast, like Thunderdome, John Connolly's Thunderdome 2. That thing is absolutely amazing.
Like, I mean, one of my personal favorite rides is the Slip.
Yeah.
And that ride must be getting close to 70, 80 years old, probably older.
Yeah, very old rides. But
and it's fantastic.
You'd be surprised how popular those rides are, because just look at Carter's Steam Fair. It's one of the busiest family fairs I've ever been to. Everywhere it goes, it's packed solid.
Yeah. But I think that's good, because I do believe we have to protect these rides. I was a big believer with the theme parks, and I do with the fun fairs. I'm a big believer that these rides should be protected along with the new rides, because
absolutely
they're the tradition, they're the heritage.
Yeah, absolutely, spot on there.
And that's my biggest regret that's going to be for this year. It looks like I'm going to miss Carter's this year. I think probably they're going to be wiped out. But
I hope not. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's hard when you read the news every day. When you are stuck in, that's all you've got, isn't it? The news. You go off the news, and death tolls every day going up and up and up, and it's depressing, Craig. It really is, man.
It is, but fingers crossed.
But now I've bought myself a nice new microphone. I'm going to try and do some stuff like this. So I'm going to have you on my show, Craig. Is that right?
Yeah, you can have me on your show.
Because I'm going to nick your idea now, and I'm going to start doing a bit of.
You'll be able to see all your views going 33,000, 3,300 for me.
The thing is, though, like the tail end of last year and the beginning of this year, the views on the channel have declined massively, and I've been trying to put in my head around what it is. And
I think it's just a lot more people aren't watching YouTube. I think that big thing over Christmas of the
purge
and the copper rules come in had a big dent on things.
I don't know. A lot of people aren't actually getting notified of when videos go up. That's another major problem.
I think YouTube's been messed up by that. I think they've had a lot of problems with stuff. Plus, of course,
being me,
there's a lot of people copying you.
Yeah. There's a lot of people doing it in there. Competition. There's certainly much more variety now out there.
But like I say, I think it's just. I think when this period is over and they open back up, I think you'll see your views get back to where they were.
I hope so. The thing is, there's never, even though the views are down, and you do kind of look back and think, because I'm quite OCD about things. I'm like, why the decline? Is it me? People not liking the content anymore? Because I think the vlogs have always improved. I try and aim every year for better content, better vlogs, better editing, and I'm like, well, what's going on? Why is people not watching anymore? But then I'm like, well, I enjoy doing it.
But that's the thing. I found last year that if you start looking at the views and the figures and everything, it just sucks the life out of it for you.
The analytics are a minefield, aren't they? You go searching through that.
I ignore them.
You really have to, I think.
And that kind of gets to what I was going to talk to you about next, which is the pressure. Did you feel a big leap in pressure as the views went up and the subscription numbers went up? Did you feel the pressure went through the roof?
Absolutely. The pressure is one of the things I done a video speaking about at the beginning of the year, because I was ready to quit. Not this time last year, just before Christmas last year. When the big fairs like Hull and Goose are on, I used to get message after message telling me to go there, and I got messages saying, "Well, Daz is going there. You should be going there. You're the trendsetter. You got to keep up with these things." And I was like, "He's right. He's right. I'm supposed to be the biggest fair channel on YouTube because the numbers say so."
Yeah.
So if I'm not going to these big fairs and other people are doing it, they're going to overtake me. I'm going to be left behind, kind of thing. So I was like really beating myself up about not doing these big fairs.
Yeah.
But people have to realise that, Goose Fair is probably about 5 hours away on a good day with traffic. Hull's about 6-7 hours away. And you'd have to stay over, really. So there's the cost of travel. There's the hotel for the night or 2 nights. There's the cost of the rides. There's food. You think a trip to Goose Fair would cost £200 easy. That's for one vlog, and I try and do a vlog every week.
I personally think it'd have cost you more than that. You'd probably have spent
more.
You'd have spent close on £200 at the fair.
Exactly, because that's not cheap.
No.
And I wouldn't get every ride for free. I know a lot of people think we get every ride for free. We certainly don't. We get a lot of local rides for free from friends and people we know, showmen we know. But if we go further afield, it's very unlikely they know who you are.
Well,
and even then, they have to make a living. It's as simple as that.
Well, I think that's very a good point. Like, I mean, I know people want to see more and more content from you, and you do feel. I imagine you do feel a pressure to give it to them, but people have to realise, you don't get paid for doing this.
It's not that. It's not a job. It's a hobby, and it's a passion of mine. It's not a job. Yeah.
And you have a life. It's very similar to what I was saying to Connor. You've got Slothy Vlogs, and you've got Dave Stratton, and one's a family man with kids and a home and bills, and the other one is a YouTuber. And
that's it.
You have to balance those priorities up, and sometimes you just cannot afford to go and spend £200-300 to spend an evening at a fair.
That's it. And when you got Coles 10 minutes down the road, you can go there, you can spend a tenner, and you can have you get just as good a vlog up, really. It'd be the same kind of banter. I know the rides won't be as good, but sometimes it's not about the rides. I think it's the personalities and in the vlog, and the company you have. They make the vlogs for me, not the rides.
Well, that's absolutely true. Like, I mean, you can go to Goose or Hull Fair, have the best rides in the country, have 100 rides there, and still make an absolutely dog shit vlog.
Exactly, yeah.
But you can go to a small fair that's got 2 or 3 rides and make an absolute killer hour-long vlog. It's what you make of the fair, not, you make the fair doesn't make you, kind of thing.
That's it. And I think that's a very hard thing to do. I've seen a lot of channels and a lot of vlogs that try and do small fairs and it doesn't hit. I think we are the best at making smaller fairs look good and making good vlogs from smaller fairs, because you have to do so much more work at these fairs. When you go to Goose, the riders do the work, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At these smaller fairs, and you got 2 or 3 rides, you really have to do the work. The work's that's on you. You have to make it interesting.
But I think that's why your channel is the best one around and why it's at the top, because you have that link with Simon there. You've got Cooper there. Sometimes you have Connor there, and it's
got Kristen. Sometimes we've got so many personalities who come along, and we don't see them all.
And it's the mixture around the fair rides that actually make the vlog what it is, and the fair rides are almost like a cherry on the top.
That's it. I reckon we could probably go to like a country park and make a good vlog with just us lads, because we just go and take the piss out of each other for an hour.
But that's it. That's the thing, and I think I know I had this conversation with Connor a couple of weeks ago when he was talking about quitting because people were moaning that he doesn't go on his rides, and I'm like,
it doesn't matter, does it? No,
the rides are secondary. People don't watch your vlogs. People wanted to watch vlogs for rides. There's probably 100 channels out there that are videoing rides.
Yeah.
They'll watch it for you.
That's it. There's a lot of channels who just literally do off and on ride videos, and they get about 200 views.
Yeah.
But the vlogs get thousands because it's you. They tuned in for you. And I said to Connor as well, because he's always said about it. He's like, oh, I've only got 1,000 subs because of like you going on with you guys. But then I said, well, if people didn't like you, they wouldn't subscribe to you. They would see you on my vlog and think, you're just dickhead. They wouldn't subscribe. So they subscribe to you for a reason. That's because they like you. Simple as that.
But that's it. People aren't going to subscribe for you just because you're attached to a different channel.
I tell you what, people don't give out subscriptions easy on YouTube.
No. And I've said this to a lot of YouTubers because we personally, we've got a lot of stick in the last 12 months because everybody's saying, well, how have you got 3,000 subscribers? You've only been doing it a year, blah, blah. And it's like, because we work at this. We work hard at it, you know. We work at trying to make the filming better. We try to make the editing better.
Yeah.
You know, we try and make the graphics look half decent.
That's your thing, isn't it? The graphics. You do so much for other channels. And you don't ever ask for anything in return either, which is awesome.
Well, you know, I know that a lot of people have helped us out over the last 12 months. So I kind of try and pass it on whichever way I can. Same as yourself, you know, try and pass it on to people.
I wish more people in the community would realise that YouTubers, especially our niche, we should stick together. We should encourage it, shouldn't we? Like stuff like we're doing. We should talk to other channels.
YouTube can be very, very close. And I don't know why it is because, and I've said this about the theme parks, and funnily enough, the theme parks are the worst.
The theme park community is
vile.
It's a horrible place. I know so many other.
I really don't care how many of them are listening to this and don't like hearing it, but it's vile. You know.
Simon takes the piss out of them, didn't he? Quite a lot, calls them theme park fannies, but
no. But when you've got a group of people who are supposed to have the same passion and love, yet they spend 90% of their time trying to beat each other down.
It's not the way to do it.
No, not at all.
No.
You know, there's plenty. You know, there's 50 million YouTube channels. There's so many billion viewers. There's enough YouTube viewers for everybody. So support each other. You know, and it's. I could go on about it for a while, but I won't. But
we could have a right old rant, can we?
Well, it frustrates me because I just think sometimes people beat other channels down for the sake of. You know, one of the things I particularly hate is you see people getting beaten down in the theme park community because their poster credits isn't high enough, and it's like, who cares?
Wow.
You know, who cares if you've got 1,001 credit? You know, it's
hopefully
it's not a rating level. You know what I mean?
This virus will put a few things in perspective for people. I hope.
I hope so. Because
you would think so, wouldn't you? I mean,
you know, if
already
we're supported each other,
we've done something really nice today.
Supportive community.
My missus went and bought the postman and the bin men a box of chocolates each. We left a note on the bin for them with some chocolates, just to say thanks. And I think we got a new appreciation for stuff like that. Just they're on the front line, aren't they? Working hard and
absolutely
keeping us all safe, keeping our bins emptied. It's like same for anyone, the shop workers, the NHS. I think people should always take a step back and look what's important in life. And
I absolutely hope you're right.
And hopefully people come out of this a better person, and hopefully the community, the theme park community and fun fair community will come out of this.
Yeah.
And people will go out to support their fairs.
Yeah,
and
I don't think it will.
No, I think I'm giving too much credit to the general public, aren't I?
No, I'm just talking specifically about the theme park. I don't think it will. I think it's too ingrained in their psyche, I'm afraid.
And on the other hand, Craig, then you've got to go people stockpiling toilet rolls. So this has brought out the good and the bad of people, I think, the general
I think it public. Has. I think it's shown up the general public for what they are. And I think,
animals.
Well, idiots, to be honest.
Idiots, yeah.
You know. But,
definitely. Selfish. Selfish, that's a good word.
Well, ironically, this is a fantastic link into my next question.
Yes. Sorry, we're going off track again. You can blame me for this. I go on a tangent.
Tangents are good. That's what we're good at. But things like trolling and
yeah,
like I mean, I know you had a bit of a problem with some idiot with your last live stream, but have you had much trouble with trolling and that? Because you are kind of up there to be shot at, aren't you? Really?
Yeah, that's it. You put yourself out there. You have to expect backlash, didn't you? In terms of trolling over the channel.
But you're kind of at the top of the tree, so you're kind of right up there.
We've got a big target on our back.
Pretty much, yeah.
But no, I think a lot of it's all done like discreetly, like the dislike, the disliking, the spamming, the dislike, and I've always like, I don't mind getting dislikes. I understand that not everybody's going to like that. I just wish sometimes that people would comment and say what they didn't like, so you can kind of work at it. It's difficult seeing dislikes and thinking, well, why? What have I done wrong? Because I liked it. Yeah. And criticism is always good. I think it's important to have criticism.
Well, it's only criticism's the only way you grow.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're just standing still, aren't you? And people will overtake you. They'll take what you're doing and improve on that. So you need criticism. Luckily, I got my missus. She's always telling me what I'm doing wrong.
Aren't they all?
Good. Yeah.
Funny enough, I have the kids.
That's it. Kids are lethal, mate, aren't they? Kids are brutal. They are brutal.
And you can't say anything back because you get moaned at if you do.
Yeah. The kids are the biggest trolls I got, I think. But but no, like comments wise, I never get any negative comments. 99.9% of comments have always been good, which is nice. But if you do get bad comments, it's always that one that cuts the deepest, isn't it? You can have 1,000 nice comments, and the one you'll dwell on and get upset about is the one idiot that posts a nasty comment. Well, I don't know why it works like that, but it does.
It's normally one comment that totally out of the ordinary as well, that you no matter how many hours you put to thinking about it, you can't work out why you've got that criticism.
Yeah, you can lose sleep over it even. It's weird when you're a creator. Yeah, I'm the same as you. I like perfection in the vlogs. Hopefully they that comes across on the vlogs, that they're always quite well edited, and I do a bit of OCD really. But
well, no, I think it just shows, you put a lot of yourself into the vlogs, and it shows, and that's why the criticism of them or the channel hurts more. If you just threw it together with very little effort, if you just threw your vlogs together with very little effort and just put them online, if people criticise them, it's like water off a duck's back.
I mean, my vlogging preparation starts the week before a fair, believe it or not. I have all the music queued up. I go through so much music because the music for me is important.
Yeah,
it's a weird style of my music, but it has to fit the vlog, and that takes some doing to find the right kind of music. So that all starts a week before.
I love the music on your vlog.
It's so out there, isn't it? It's odd.
Seriously, I think it fits the vlog so well.
Yeah.
And I would put that kind of music on our vlogs, apart from the fact that it would just be copying. That's why I've kind of got the total opposite.
Yes.
Put like disco music, so it can be totally different.
That works as well.
But I love the music on your videos. I think it suits the vlogs so well.
That was one of the criticisms, was when I do like the off-ride shots, they would like to hear like the screams of people, but you can't because you get copyrighted. So that's it. You have to find a way around it, and I think I have with the music and the off-ride. On ride, I do quite a lot of cuts. I don't know if you can see the cuts I do, but I do a lot of cuts. So it'll play 5 seconds and it'll cut to a complete different clip.
Well, I found with the video into the fairs, because they are an absolute ball ache with the copyrights.
Does my absolute head in. It really does.
The off-ride,
it's not even the monetization, it's just the fact that copyright strike, it plays my OCD. I don't want it.
I've done the same as you. The off-ride now I put music over.
Yeah.
The on-ride, up till now, we've kind of got away with, because normally what I do is I run our videos through a second channel.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I run the clips through a second channel, so I know before I even start editing and putting them together which channels I've got to cut and where.
That's a very good idea. I've never thought about that. That could be a massive time saver.
It is, trust me, because before I'd do it and I'd put it on and it'd bring it up. Now I take each individual on-ride clip, run them through a second channel, put them online, and not only does it flag which are copywritten, but it actually tells you exactly
the timestamp,
so you know where to cut it.
I can't tell you the amount of vlogs that it's taken me 5 hours to edit,
Well, yeah,
then it's like 2 hours to export, 2 hours to upload, and then you get a copyright strike, and you got to do it all again.
Exactly. That's that was happening with ours, and we had an issue with our Swindon vlog, I think it was, where YouTube messed it up massively, and it wasn't online for nearly a week and a half.
Oh wow, really?
So I said enough of that. So yeah, so that's what I do now. The first thing I do when I come back from the fair is I run them all through the second channel individually, and then I just go through them and find out where they've got to be clipped.
That's a really good idea. I might have to steal that one.
I highly recommend it. It saves so much time on the actual editing, because then you know, if you've edited an hour-long video, you know that's going to clear the copyright.
Because I normally let them upload overnight, and I don't sleep very well because I'm always checking for copyright. So I wake up at like 4 a.m. and I'll check my phone app, YouTube Studio, and I'll be like, copyright strike. So I'll go downstairs to my laptop and re-edit it at 4 a.m. I'm that keen.
Yeah, I couldn't.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I have to watch it.
I love doing it.
I've been known to sit here watching a video render for like an hour.
Just watching it.
Just making sure it's right. But that's why we try and do the best we can, because you actually do care, and I think it shows.
Yeah, you can't fake that kind of thing. That's it. And hopefully, like in my videos, it shows how much I do put into it.
And I think that's why you've got the 10,000 subscribers, because, like you say, people do not give their subs away for free.
They don't. It's like the overall channel views nearly, 3.5 million, which is mental. And then you think, well, because I think it was Bailey or someone said to me, like, you've got nearly 4 million views, but only 10,000 subscribers. So people don't like you enough to subscribe. I'm like, oh, true that. Then I thought about it. I was like, that's actually true, isn't it? Why aren't these people subscribing?
Not really, because if you just take, like, once again, if you just take those two figures and stop for a second, 10,000 people have subscribed to your channel.
It's a lot, yeah.
And you've had nearly 4 million views.
I know.
4 million. But the people, I spoke to somebody who works for YouTube, and they say how you're supposed to work it out is you should take your subscription number, halve it, and then 10%. And if you're getting over 10%, you're getting over what they would class as your right number.
Well, God, peak last year, the videos were hitting like, I'm looking now actually, you got 16k, 17, 20, 30, 40. Exactly. There's one 70k I got last year.
Exactly. So when you look at it like that, your videos are far exceeding what YouTube would expect them to do.
Yeah.
Because they work on a theory that half of your subscribers are dead subs.
Yeah, so for a 10,000 sub channel, what would you probably expect? 2,000 or 3,000 views, probably. But
10,000, you're probably looking at 7.5 live subs. So if you look at 10, 20% of that, you should be getting about between 1,000 and 2,000 a video.
Wow.
And you're getting like nearly 100 times that.
Even though they've dropped, I mean,
even now you're far exceeding what they should be.
Yeah, that's it. So,
but I think
not bad at all, really, is it?
Not at all.
We're doing all right, Craig.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So when you look at it and they're actually dropping, still way ahead of where they should be.
Yeah, they're still ahead. It's because they were so far ahead that a drop seems like,
but I think,
end of the world, but it's not really, because they're still doing over-exceeding.
But I think that's if you look at Sean's channel, he's got 220,000 subscribers, and if you look at his videos, they've dropped by 10, 20, 30, and 40,000 on some of them. So I think it's happening across the board, to be honest.
It's not. Same with Andy, good friend of mine, Andy, Coaster Crazy. You have to get him on your next, Craig. I recommend him.
I've sent him a message asking if he'll come on, and he hasn't answered me. So
right, I'll get on to him. Don't you worry.
Andy at Coaster Crazy, come on, sort yourself out.
He can talk as well. He'll talk your ear off.
I like him.
He phoned me the other day. We were chatting for ages. He's a top bloke. Really nice guy.
I like him.
He'll be fantastic for it. He's got so many stories you could tell.
But that's a cool thing. It's all about having people who can talk and they're interested. And that's why you're really good. Like, I mean, and that's what comes across in the videos.
Because this is the first time we've actually spoken, isn't it, Craig? Like, in person.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's natural, isn't it? It's not awkward at all. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That's down to you. You're a good host.
Because I'm good at this. Not really.
But I'm quite easy to get along with, actually, which is cool.
I think the other good thing about your videos and what shows the quality of your videos is that you've just started. Unfortunately, it's kind of gone tits up because of what's going on at the moment. But you started making some actually fair promos for the fairs themselves, didn't you?
Yeah, and I've literally just done one yesterday for Mark at Nationwide Amusements. He asked me, so I've done the first one for Danters, and they posted it on their Facebook, and then I had some messages saying, "Oh, can you do one for me?" So I was like, "Yeah." Obviously, I don't charge because they're friends of mine, and they do a lot for us. I wouldn't charge, and it's good practice for me. It's just it gets me down on my laptop. I love editing anyway, so it just gives me an excuse to put some clips together and practice.
I think it shows what a good relationship you've got with the showmen and the fairs as well. That they trust you to do that for them.
Yeah,
which is really good.
And all the editing practice is good because
it is.
It's easy just to stick some clips in the timeline in it, then put a crossfade in between them all. But to sit and edit, it's difficult, and that's one thing I do want to get better at.
Editing,
and,
to me,
yeah,
that's the highlight. I'm not keen on videoing. I'm definitely not keen on video.
But you like the editing side, don't you?
The editing side and the actual post production.
It's like watching a baby grow, isn't it? You have all these clips, then you're left with this end product. It's like, you know.
I'm yet to put a vlog online that I'm happy with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I always find faults. I always want them to be better.
Yeah, that's it. You're like me, and I will look back at the old videos. I can't watch them because I think they're cringy. But
like even now, like the amount of times Alex taught me out of taking that Leeds vlog down.
I leave it up. Yeah,
I'll leave it up because it reminds me how shite it was.
It wasn't shy. It was decent.
It was. No,
but the one after it was 10 times better.
It was shite. Let's call it what it is. Let's not put a dress on a turd. It was shite.
But you addressed it a week later. Whenever you went to crew, you completely blew that one out of the water.
A lot of the credit for that actually goes down to Connor.
Oh, really?
Because I had a chat with him. And
by the way, I taught Connor everything he knows just to get it out there.
But no, I said to him, "What do you think?" And he was honest with me. He said, "This is shite. That's shite. That's shite. Do this."
Oh wow, really brutal.
Yeah. I asked him to. I said, "I want you to be brutal," and was, and that's why from the crew one, the difference. And so, and that's the thing. I think for me, we've only been doing this, so I love to pick brains of people like yourself and the. Sean, and because it's the only way you can improve.
Absolutely.
I'm lucky because I get to speak to you, who's the top man in fairs. I get to speak to Sean, who's the top man in fucking everything.
I don't know how long though. We've got some really good up and coming channels. It does make you work harder. It makes me look over my shoulder a little bit. Which is good. It's a good thing,
They'll make you better.
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes back to what we were saying earlier about it's a shame that there isn't more encouragement as opposed to, I think you've got a lot of big channels, and I use the word big, but large channels, see these other channels come up, and rather than trying to give them a hand up,
that's it.
Get scared and try and bury them.
I mean, we are big channels in this niche, aren't we? Because it's not like...
well, you are.
Yeah, Fairs was a niche. It's not anymore. There's loads of them. Even like theme parks is still quite a niche market compared to like gaming videos on YouTube, stuff like that. I still think fairs and theme parks are still quite niche.
Well, we're kind of lucky because we're still just a tiny little channel, a little speck of dust.
I tell you what, though, you say that 3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I just knocked my mic over. Amateur hour.
I think we're lucky because I should imagine now, and I'm sure you'll tell me, this is another fantastic segue into the next question. I just want to point that out.
Awesome.
I know. I should imagine now that you're at a point where you suffer the same as Sean, where because you're the biggest channel and you've got the high views, a lot of people recognise you. So now,
yes,
I know when Sean goes to a theme park, if he wants to re-ride a ride, it can take him 10 minutes to walk from the X back to the entrance. People stopping him, wanting photos, wanting to talk and everything. Do you have that problem at the fairs?
I
already know the answer. I'm leading you into it.
I wanted to be nice on this podcast. I didn't want to go into this, but absolutely, I have that problem, and it pisses me off. I tweet about this all the time, and I don't want to be nasty, and I don't like saying things to people because I don't like to hurt anyone's feelings, and a lot of yeah, I'm going to get into it now, Craig. You've opened up a can of worms. So.
Yes. Controversy. That's what we want.
Yes. A lot of funfair enthusiasts, a lot of people who watch my videos have learning difficulties, which is and a lot of them probably don't understand basics and people's privacy as well as others. So when you do see these people at fairs, I'm always happy to say hello to anyone. I'll stand and chat to anyone. But that's it. I'm kind of like, right, nice to meet you. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to go over here and do these rides, continue my vlog. A lot of people will, because they've watched you for so long, that they know you kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So they're like, oh, we know him. He's our friend. We can just go along with him and hang around with him. But it's not like it's for us. It's awkward because we don't know you. So
yeah, it is. It's kind of that thing that because people when they watch all your vlogs, and because you and Sai and people like that are so personable on your videos, like you say, they feel like you're friends, like they know you.
Yeah, they know you, and
what they don't realise is, you're there to vlog the fair, but you're also there on your weekend, on your day off. You're still there to have a good time with your friends.
That's it. We're there to enjoy ourselves, which is it's difficult when there's suddenly a group of 10, 15 people hanging around. Which I've had those kind of groups numbers before, and I felt like walking out a few times, and
especially when you don't know them.
Yes, that's very difficult, and they all try and talk to you, and I've been talking to showmen before, and they'll talk over you, come up to you, and start talking over you, and it's really frustrating. Then you got to worry about, okay, I'm going to lose my call, but I don't want to lose it on camera because I've got, I don't want to come across on camera. I've got, reputation to live up to. I'm always this happy, smiley guy. Sometimes it's hard.
You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't.
You really are.
And if you don't say anything, they're going to ruin your day and make it nigh on impossible for you to vlog. And if you do say something, all of a sudden you're this high and mighty vlogger who do good for people. When realistically, neither of those are the case.
No, that's it. You're just out trying to have fun, and it's worse when I'm with the family. Me and Sai are pretty good. Sai will chat to anyone. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah.
But when I'm out with the family and vlogging, it's difficult because Sam hasn't signed up for any of this. Sam doesn't like being on camera.
No.
And when she starts getting the message and friend request on Facebook, she's like, "Who's this?" I'm like, "Oh, sorry." Because I have 500 friend requests on Facebook, which is crazy. And I feel sorry for Sam because she hasn't signed up for any of this. She just puts up with it for me.
Well, neither of the kids kind of thing.
No, exactly. And that's one thing I worry about the kids, especially as Libby is getting older and she's becoming a little woman, isn't she? And and putting her on camera is difficult. Because you never know who's watching, do you? That's the real trouble. And
and the thing is, like you say, through no fault of their own, you do have people that follow that have certain social what's the word, social disabilities, shall we say.
And obviously mentally younger as well, which is
and don't bless the hearts, are totally innocent and don't
absolutely
understand
innocent,
and don't understand the whole situation, and it does make it really difficult. And that's luckily we don't get that. I think I'm slightly more intimidating. That's what it is. I think fuck that.
Definitely.
I just stand Alex at the front and tube back. Just say power to them, Alex.
What are you saying, Craig?
I was saying he's my ugly bouncer.
I've got one of them. His name's Kevin. The big he hasn't appeared on many vlogs, but he's the big lad. But
yeah,
I'll call him his nickname Bodyguard Kev.
But it does make it awkward, and there's no right way, or there's no real nice way of dealing with it. I think the way you've dealt with it, with just putting the request out on Twitter saying, "Look, please,
yeah,
I don't mind saying hello. I don't mind if you want to
boundaries,
photo,
innit?
but
please respect our boundaries."
Yeah, and I think, and if they can't respect that, I think that's then when you possibly do have to say, "Look,
get a bit more stern."
Well, yeah, I think you do.
I don't know if I've got it in me. I'm so placid. It's unreal. It's like I've never once raised my voice to the kids. So I've never ever raised my voice to anyone. That probably works against me sometimes. That I'm so.
I think it's the same as Alex and Sean. I think they're.
I wonder how they deal with it, because God, me at 10,000, I get it quite a lot. Sean at 200k, it must be crazy to go anywhere.
Well, I saw Sean last year at the Nemesis 25th birthday anniversary.
Is that when he done it all day?
Yeah, and he was trying to do it all day, and I think he ended up doing 56 times.
Crazy.
And if it hadn't been Sean, I reckon he'd have probably done it 100 times. That's what effect it has on him. Because literally, it was pouring rain. The bloke can't walk 10 yards
without getting stopped. Yeah,
there's literally you know how they stagger the planes for landing. It was like that, but people just waiting.
Oh man!
And he gets that everywhere, literally everywhere. I've seen Sean a couple of times at Alton Towers and had a conversation with him.
Yeah,
and you're always aware there's somebody stood literally behind you, waiting for you.
And it's really hard to concentrate on something when you got someone hovering behind you, waiting for a photo or something.
You can't have a conversation because they're literally waiting for the conversation to break so that they can jump in and get Sean.
The counter argument I always hear is, "Well, you signed up for it," which is totally fair. I understand it a little bit, but you don't really sign up for that, do you? You just want to make videos, and
if you were getting paid and this was your job, then perhaps you could put the argument forward that you signed up for it. But as a hobby, I don't think anybody signed up for that.
Because you even though with the 10k subs and the millions of views, you'd be surprised how little you actually make financially off YouTube. It's
nothing.
I was happy to treat myself to a new GoPro from 2 years on the channel last year. I finally had enough to buy myself a new GoPro, which is which is good.
All these channels breaking their neck with live streams, everything to try and get to 4,000 hours and 1,000 views.
Was that the monetization
to get
requirements
to the monetization?
Yeah.
If they get it, they're going to make money. You won't make money from YouTube.
I still say enjoy the first 1,000, because after then that's when the pressure really hits, isn't it? I think between 0 and 1,000, that was like a honeymoon period for me.
Well, we hit 3,000 a couple of months ago.
You hit it really quick as well, which is impressive.
And I still say I got more pleasure at the first 100.
Absolutely. Because you work so hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
You really do.
The first 100, hitting 100 was far, far a bigger deal for me than the 1,000.
That's it.
Once you get past 1,000, it's just numbers.
And obviously, the bigger you are, the more you'll come up in searches. I think it just snowballs from there, really. But when you're just this tiny seed, no subscribers, and building that from nothing is...
Well, we never dreamed. Look, I mean, we still find that now. We're like, why does anybody want to watch us? Because effectively, we're the same as you. We still go to the fairs, and our first thing is we're going to go there and have a laugh. And if we catch it on video, then we'll put it out. And it's a strange one. But like I say, we're lucky because a lot of our followers are from America. We have a lot of followers in America and Canada. For some reason.
How do you know that? Is that in the analytics? Can you see all that?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I need to dig deep and have a look.
And because we talk to a lot of them.
Yeah, of course.
But we do have a lot of followers in America, so we kind of don't have that people on top of us over here, but
yeah,
also because of that, because we went from like 0 to 3,000 like 15 months, and it was like the amount of accusations you get thrown at you. Oh, you're buying subs. Oh, you've got bots.
oh god, yeah.
And it's like, and you got all the comments of, oh, when there's a purge, you watch, they'll go from 1,000 down to 100.
Let me guess that those accusations are from channels that have been going longer than you, with smaller numbers.
Some of them were, yeah. Some of them were.
It's almost like a jealousy thing kicking in, isn't it?
Yeah.
When,
oh, it was. And the irony for us was they said, oh, we'll lose all the subs and the purge or take them away. Well, we've had 2 purges since.
Yeah, and you're
still
up
on 3,000 stuff.
Yeah, so that theory's gone.
But the irony was, nobody gave us a second thought until Wallaby Holland gave us invites to the VIP opening.
Yep.
And the minute we got those, all of a sudden, they all turned.
Recognised.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, like I say, I'm glad it happened because it was a learning curve.
Absolutely.
But that goes back to what we were talking about earlier about why I help small channels.
Yeah.
Because I remember how it was, and I remember how it felt to be a fairly small channel and have the world on your shoulders. So,
also, like when I brought in your live stream, we better talk about the live stream when I hit the famous live stream where I hit 10K. That was in your live stream.
It was indeed.
That was one of the greatest nights ever, mate. Craig.
That
by the way,
awesome.
Craig's the man who helped me get 10K. I was in his live stream and he was literally telling everybody to go and check me out. So thanks, Craig, mate. Absolute superstar.
It's all right. The check's in the post.
Yeah, that's it, mate. 2 tokens on the way to you.
To be able to do that on our live stream was awesome.
I mean, you look like you got just as much pleasure out of it as I did, you loved it, didn't you? You were really happy for me, generally happy, which is fantastic.
I knew I'd known for like a few weeks you were trying really hard to get there. Actually,
that was the biggest hurdle yet on the channel for me. We hit 9,000, then it got like 9,100 and completely fell off a cliff.
But to see a channel that we really enjoy, really have a lot of feelings for, that hit such a number for you to do it in our live stream was absolutely brilliant.
Very emotional, I've got to admit. That was
good. But
and then I never wanted to be in it for the numbers, but when you're so close to something, but then it's so far away, it's heartbreaking. Because
I think not being in it for numbers is good, but there's certain.
But you want to grow, Craig, don't you? Everyone, you need growth because you need the next. Yeah.
And like we just said, there's certain benchmarks. The 100 being 1,000. Yeah. Realistically, after 1,000, the next 1,000. Such a huge achievement.
It really is.
Like I mean, it's like I mean, we're at what? I think we just got over 3,000, and even there, you look at 1,000 so far away.
I know.
So to actually get there in 3 years just shows A, what quality content you're putting out there, but B, how much bloody hard work you put in. And so it was really good for us to see you hit that.
I know it was fantastic, and say thanks for your help. It really meant a lot that night. It was quite late on at night, and I didn't sleep that night. It's just going around my head. I was just like, first thing I did is screenshot the numbers just in case they went down again. And I was like, right, I've hit 10K. I've made it finally.
But the thing is, you've carried on. Like I mean, what you're 10K
0.3. Yeah, it's still quite slow, but
well, it's progression. You know, like
that's it.
When did you hit 10K? About a month ago.
Yeah, something like that. So still,
another 300 subs in a month. It's still good going.
It's still good.
When you consider the month we've had.
Yeah, at the start of the year we've had as well with the weather and everything. I couldn't get to as many Valentine's fairs. I had 5 planned, and I think I've done 3. So, but still,
if you look at 2020 so far, we've had all the storm.
Yeah,
that's been followed by this. So
it's a write-off year, I think. Which is,
I think it is. I think it's going to be there or thereabouts. But
I'm not sure how many channels can come back from this, though. I do worry for the smaller channels. I'm hoping.
Well, hopefully
my audience sticks around, and I'm not just going to stand still. I'm going to try and produce something. It might not be the content people want because people obviously want the vlogs, and that's what we're known for. But so we can get some content out. It's better than nothing, isn't it?
Which is another fantastic segue into the next question.
It's almost like we've scripted this.
This is amazing. Telepathic. So the future of Slothy Vlogs, short term and long term. So I should imagine short term. Let's talk about your live streams and your new podcast and interviews.
Yep. Well, short term until this is all over, and actually probably when we are vlogging again, I've really taken a liking to the live streams. So I'd probably like to do one a week of those.
Yeah.
Yes. Obviously no vlogs for the foreseeable future, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I've invested in this decent microphone. Thanks for everyone with their super chat money. It's really, it all goes back into the channel, which is obviously good to see as well. Everything goes back into the channel just to try and improve it. But we are going to try and do some interviews, and I'm going to reach out to some of my showman contacts, some of my other YouTube friends. And we're just going to try and bring you like what you're doing, Craig, similar to what you're doing. We'll probably get me and Si in here and get a guest or two.
I think your interviews have the potential to be absolutely awesome.
Oh, thanks, man.
Because not only if you and Si are going to get in to do it together, you'll have that banter. But the thing is,
good luck to anyone who comes on.
Yeah, but you have the access to so many good guests. Like, I mean, your first one is going to be Johnny the Ride Up from Hangover.
Yes, it is.
Which I'm really looking forward to because he's such a funny guy, and I'm really looking forward to that interview for no other reason than it's going to be funny because he's German.
Yes, he's Swiss actually.
Is he Swiss?
Yeah, he's from Switzerland.
Close enough.
Close enough. Same thing.
Yeah, there or thereabouts.
They all sound the same.
Goodbye to all our Swiss viewers. It's been nice knowing.
You have to edit that out. You like editing, Craig, anyway.
No, I'm leaving that in there.
Oh no.
But you know, you have the access to a lot of big YouTubers because of being in. So I think you have the potential to have some amazing.
I hope so.
Especially
isn't as bad as I thought. I was a bit nervous about coming on here because I haven't done anything like this for a while.
Just because I'm being gentle with you.
Yeah, I was worried you were going to roast me, but
if it was Connor, it'd have got stick. Oh, big sexy.
I love it. Yes, big sexy. Connor, bless him.
But no, I think your live streams are really good.
Yeah.
And like I say, I think your interviews, especially with the showman, will be really good.
Yeah. I don't know if any of them use Discord. I'm going to have to try and convince some of them to.
You can use Skype.
Can you use Skype as well?
You can do it through Skype as well, yeah.
I have to talk to you off air, and you have to help me with this kind of stuff.
But I think with the showman, get them across to people, and so that people can see they're not what the old image of them is, and that these are genuinely great people.
Yeah, family men.
Exactly.
Hard-working family businesses, just like any other small corner shop or anything like that. They're just a family-run business trying to make ends meet. And
so no pressure on your interviews, but you have the platform.
No pressure.
You have the platform to get these people out to the general public and let them see
that's the thing. Like, I had when I was sitting here last week, I've been a little bit depressed staying in. I'm like, right, what will keep me busy? I can either sit here and dwell on everything. You know, I can say, right, leave the channel alone, have a break for a year, which I don't want to do. I'm not into breaks. I like to keep active and busy. Or I can, be proactive and just try stuff. I mean, it doesn't. If it's a car crash, it's a car crash, isn't it? It's car
crashes are good to watch.
At least oh yeah, they are. You always look, didn't you, when you go past them?
Exactly. That's the way I look at it. Like, I mean, we've tried so many different things, podcasts, this, that, and the other, and some of them have been absolute car crash TV, but
this might be Craig.
But it's interesting. But sometimes it's funny to watch.
That's
obviously, a car crash isn't funny to watch, but you know what I mean.
You
still get people viewing.
Can't take your eyes off it.
As long as you don't take yourself too serious, which we don't.
No,
so,
no, and I think obviously I'm going to be sharing this interview as well. So I hope a lot of people that have been watching my videos have seen a different side to me today as well. Something more, more personal. stripped back, just me. I'm laying literally in my pajamas, sat on my bed, just chatting.
Stripped back.
Yeah.
Mental image I don't need.
Right.
Stripped back and airing.
I've really enjoyed it though. But it's been great.
Well, like I say, it's been really good to have you on, Dave. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. I hope I haven't kept you too long.
No, I could talk for another hour, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's easy to do, isn't it?
It is.
You just lose yourself, I think.
But like I say, I hope the YouTube works out the way it's going to do for all of us.
I ain't going anywhere. Whatever happens, subs start dropping, I don't care. You know, I'm in it for me. I probably watch my vlogs back more than anyone else because I love looking back at things, and I think, it's important.
Seeing your live streams, I think your live streams will go for strength.
The live streams. The live streams, I don't think they're just going to be maybe a check-in and a chat. You know, it's not going to be anything structured. I'm just going to go live and say, hey, come in, say hello.
Once a week.
Yeah.
You know, I think we'll do it once a week just because we don't want to become known as a streaming channel.
That's the concern now, isn't it? That's why I wanted to put out some proper videos like these instead of just streaming because we're not a streaming channel. We are essentially a vlog channel.
Streaming channel, they will not promote your videos.
They'll push the streams, yeah. And I was wondering if it's worth keeping the streams on there or deleting them when they're finished or making them private. I've left the first 3 on there. I
made all our private, but that's just because I'm on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously, that's just because I'm on them.
I mean, they don't really pick up much traction once they're up as videos anyway, really. It's all the tractions when they're live, isn't it?
I kind of enjoy them once a week just so I can talk to the subscribers.
I think they will stay, to be honest, even when the vlogs are when the fairs are open and we are vlogging again. I still think the lives could stay. I really enjoy it. I talk a lot, like you probably know now. So my live streams have all been 2 hours.
Well, it gives you the opportunity to speak to people who watch your videos and your communication and your bond with your.
And one of the things I've always prided myself on is replying to comments. It gets difficult at times because sometimes we can have 150 comments, but I always try and heart every comment, and I do try and reply to everyone. But the lives, you can interact with people.
Yeah,
I've just got to try and learn to read the chat a bit better because I'm slow and I'm old and it goes really fast.
The advice I would give you is when these lockdown crap is done, do it with Si.
Yes, you can come up and we can do one together.
I mean, technically, you could do that now. If you did your live streams through StreamYards, you can have a panel.
Oh, can you?
So you can both be on the screen at the same time from your homes.
Oh, wow. Right. We're going to have to talk after this. And I'm going to pick your brains about some stuff.
But what it will do is it will give you the option of, so you don't have to do everything yourself. It kind of breaks it all up. So you don't have to watch the chat.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. So for the live stream, but I think going forward, I think your interviews and your podcast, if you do both, could be really good.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a separate thing. We'll probably get me on like tonight. I think I'm going to just have a chat with Si for an hour and record it and see how it goes.
Absolutely.
And then the interviews are going to be separate pieces of content. Again, the podcast might not really take off, but even though I'll just do that until the fairs are open again, just to check in with Si, see how he is. We'll obviously get Cooper on if we can. I think Discord might be a bit too modern for Cooper, but we could try.
I think they'll work simply because they'll be an extension of your vlogs. Because the core of what makes your vlogs so good, like we said earlier, is the people.
And so I chat, bantering each other constantly. Yeah. It's mainly him picking on me, really.
But you can put that in a podcast.
Yeah, I'm sure. He's misabusing me.
You know, you see it. You see a lot of channels have gone down that route to fill out their stuff. Even people like Logan Paul.
Yeah,
he's got his impulsive show now because it's the banter between them.
Yeah, so that's it.
I think it'll work.
I think a lot of channels will be like the lives. You know, I said we blatantly ripped off Theme Park Worldwide. I don't think we did. I think a lot of channels are taking that direction, aren't they? I mean, Adam UK Theme Park's done one showing his map collection off, which sent me to sleep. But I'm only joking. I don't know if Adam listens, but That's you know, his fans like that kind of thing, don't they? So
I think at the moment people are desperately grabbing for any content.
Any content at all, they are, because people don't want to not do anything, do they?
Yeah,
I think if you let this win, then you're just going to sit there, get depressed, aren't you? You've got to try and fight it, and that's what we're doing.
That's the other thing. It breaks up your day, my day, everybody's day. So
yeah,
I think it's really good, and that's why the more of them that people do, the better. You know?
I mean, this has helped me out, because not only do I get to hide in the bedroom away from the family for a couple of hours, you know, that's
you know they're going to
hear
a
godsend, mate. Yeah, I hope not. My missus hates my content, and she won't watch it.
Well, she watches all mine.
There, yeah, I'll tell you something funny. Actually, I've got a story, Craig, for you. Have you got time?
Yeah, crack on, man.
When we went on holiday last year, I'd done a fair in Derby, and we went and had a coffee and stuff after, and a cookie. And bearing in mind, she never watches the vlogs. There was a dog. I was filming the coffee as I do, and a dog walked past. I stroked it, and I was like, "Oh, I love dogs. Married to one." Joke. And guess what? She found it. She watched that vlog, and she saw that comment, and she wasn't happy.
Yeah.
But sod's law, the one vlog she watched, I made that stupid comment. I don't even know why I said it. Just,
See,
it wasn't even funny, was it?
What that actually means is she watches all your vlogs, and she just doesn't tell you.
Yeah, she said she does, and she thumbs down him now. So,
yeah,
she wasn't best pleased, and she goes, "Why don't you cut it out?" It's one thing saying it, but to leave it in there, I mean, what was I thinking?
Yeah, what a regret, eh?
Yes.
You watch people go and find that blog now and watch it. You watch the numbers go up on that blog now.
Yeah, Derby last year, Derby Summer Fair. August, I think.
Love you now.
That's the one thing I will say, guys. If you are new to my channel, God, go and watch the videos. There's 300 and what is it, Craig? 360, isn't it?
300 and some.
Don't watch the early ones, but watch the more recent ones.
Watch them all.
Start from the beginning and see how the channel has grown. I think that's one good thing to do, isn't it, Craig? Like you said, go and watch your early videos, and you can pat yourself on the back to see how far you've come.
Well, that's it. You can see that there is growth there. I mean, I don't have to go that far back. I've only got to go back to Leeds.
That's it. Yeah. Was it a year for you?
No, Leeds was the last one.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, we've been going a year.
A year, so yeah. Goes quick, doesn't it, on YouTube?
It has flown. The first year has flown.
Do you find it addicting though? When I get really addicted. I love it.
It's become less addictive. The middle of last year, it became really addictive, and I became addicted to the analytics, the numbers, and everything. And I became almost obsessive over them.
Yeah, that's why I try and avoid all that if I can.
It got to a point where we was going to a theme park, and I wouldn't want to get the camera out, because I knew that if I got the camera out, I was going to vlog. I was going to vlog.
It's pressure.
I was going to put it online, and if I put it online, I'd spend the next week checking out the numbers on videos
and beating yourself up about it. And said, "Oh yeah,
so rather than doing that, I wasn't getting the camera out, and it got to a point where we said, "Look, we either stop worrying about all that." Stop worrying about other people's comments about us.
Yep, just enjoy it.
Or we'd close the channel down. So, and to be honest, that was the best thing we did, because from that point on, we just kind of had fun.
And that definitely comes across saying now you're doing fairs. Those vlogs, it's just literally a family out enjoying themselves, taking the absolute piss out of each other, which is that's a recipe for fun, I think. Recipe for a good video. That
I think the one thing people always say is, you are your best. You're at your best when you're being yourself.
Yep.
And that is so true, because I look at some of our past vlogs, look at them, and I think, who are those people?
Yeah. Because we're so stiff and robotic, aren't you?
Exactly. It's like so sterile, and it's like
And
then you look at them now, and like I say, you've got Ethan trying to break my ribs, which he succeeded in doing, and it's funny. I mean, that's the difference now. We watch our fair vlogs. When we got them finished, we put them on and we watch them straight away. And we sit here laughing at them.
Yeah, that's really good.
And I figure if we can find them funny, hopefully other people do. So
the thing is, you have to respect people on YouTube aren't idiots. So if you do try and not be yourself. You can't fake anything online. Nah. You really can't, because one way or another, they're going to find you out.
Yeah, you can't fake being natural, because it shows up like a sore thumb. And like I say, going back to that Leeds video, I hope everybody will go and watch that Leeds video now to see how bad it is. But
delete it quick, delete it.
Nah. But you'll see on that video people trying to act how they're not, and it shows up on that video so badly.
Yeah, and it does, yeah.
And that's why I was glad that Connor gave it so much criticism.
Yeah, he's a braver man than I am.
Not really. Like, I mean,
you are intimidating, Craig. You said it yourself.
Not really. I'm a softie, I am.
You're a big pussycat, really, aren't you? Actually, you've been quite gentle on me. I'm surprised.
Take the cat off. No, I mean, I love being criticised.
Yeah, like we said earlier, it's good to hear criticism, because
somebody criticises me, I know what I've got to improve.
Exactly. Otherwise, you're just guessing. Then you drive yourself mad. You're like, well, what is it?
Well, I would drive myself mad because that's how I'm wired, I'm
afraid. Yeah.
But I've really enjoyed this, Dave. I got to say.
Oh, me too. And say you can come on mine next.
Definitely.
I can grill you.
Definitely. God knows what I'll say, but definitely.
That's it, mate. Yeah, it's like coming into this, mate. I don't have a clue what I was going to say or anything, but it's just flown naturally, isn't it?
That's the beauty of it. I tell you what, this is the beauty of doing it without anything written down.
It's
easier. It's organic, and that's what I love about it.
It's like when I get Johnny on, I'm not going to write any. We're just going to have a chat, basically, like we would if we're at a fair. Yeah.
That's it. Just strip it back and be organic.
Strip it back, yeah.
But to finish this, I'm going to do what I do with all ours, and I'm going to hand over the air to you to say whatever you want. And
go
and promote your channel, promote whatever you're doing, and it's all you, mate. So
on the spot. Right, yeah. Obviously, we are, as Craig said, we are the biggest UK funfair vlogging channel. So if you are into that, please come and check us out. If you're not, I'm sure you would enjoy it. There's so many people that comment and say they don't even like fairs, but they like me and Si, and they like the banter and the bromance. So there's that. You know, you don't have to be into fairs really to enjoy us. I think our personalities are quite good, and we have a laugh and we take the piss out of each other, which is it's always good to see that. I think we are basically the Ant and Dec of the funfair world.
Jesus.
But saying that,
you got a haircut.
I know my forehead is massive, isn't it? I refuse to cut the top of my hair because it will never grow back.
In it?
No, not yet. I'm trying to click onto some youth, right? But yeah, and the future of the channel, obviously, this horrible virus. So vlogs are a no-go at the moment. But we will be filling our time with typical live streams and what Craig's been doing here, one-on-one interviews and some podcasting, stuff like that. You know, we're going to be pushing content. I'm not sure what rate, but we will get stuff out. So please come and check us out. Subscribe if you haven't already. And that's that, really, Craig. That's the best I can do. How was it?
That was awesome.
Oh, good.
Well, guys, definitely go over and check Dave's channel out, Slothy Vlogs. It's an absolutely fantastic channel.
Thank you.
It's funny. The people on there that do the fairs, like Cooper, Si, and all the gang, they are hilarious.
We've got some right old characters, I'll tell you that.
They really have. It's worth watching to see Si's Lou review.
Check out the socials, because our Facebook page is like banter central.
Yeah.
because Si's admin on there as well, so Si will put out pictures of me taking the piss. I'll put pictures of Si or Cooper up, and we have a laugh on there as well, and it's good interaction.
It really is. Check out all their social medias. If you go, I'll put all Dave's links in the description and on the screen. But
awesome.
Go check him out, and you will love the channel, and you'll love his new stuff, because his new stuff is going to be brilliant. So
fingers crossed. Yeah.
So
well, thanks, Craig, for this, mate. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it, and it was great to have you on, Dave.
Awesome. Thank you very much, mate. And appreciated it.
I'm sure we'll see you. Well, we'll see you on yours now. You've booked me in.
Yes, I'll book you in, mate.
Book me in. I'm booked in. 2 tokens.
That's all.
Yeah, power.
Yeah. Power.
Power.
Knobs.
Yeah, knobs indeed.
Alex, you're a knob.
Alex, you're a knob. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Dave. Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.